up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
What? 380! I got double tight, guys, double tight.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Christian Kirksey. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sione Takitaki, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Beckham. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Chopper! Chopper! Up, Johnson! Hey, orbit! King!
Mayfield now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the 44, Wilson dancing to his left, and the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us, looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard on the Seahawks 43-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Chubb. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the 36, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. They go play action, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game, Chubb. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies... Hey, alert! Hey, Foxtrot! Let's go! Let's go!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 30 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys are back within a single score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Wilson, flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He hits his running back, Procise.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Third and short, it's Procise. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Protect.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
180. Hey, check. Hurry. Alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 30 yards there.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
54 Mike. I got you, pop. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, watch the slant.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Carson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Kill.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mack Wilson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, alert.
All day, dog.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Check 53. Here we go,
They'll try to run with Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. back to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Hey, Delta.
He's back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final minute, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Steps away to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play out, play out, play out, play out.
Mike 29. Rip left.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Wilson to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. It's caught. Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad.